What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are doing some maintenance on the E46 M3. Here is the beauty. We are going to be changing a thermostat, which is located right here, and I'm going to show you the easiest and the fastest way out there. So no need to take half of the car off, and here are my parts that I got. I bought these off FCP Euro because they have lifetime warranty, and my thermostat seems to be acting up, kind of staying open or closed, I'm not sure, because the car gauge is going up and down. That's why I bought a coolant temperature sending unit as well, but I'm not going to be replacing this because I just verified with scan tool that the coolant temperature is 90, it says 33 Celsius, which is 91 Fahrenheit, and in my garage is also 91 Fahrenheit. So that means it's working. In order to get to it, you would have to take off this whole area. This box had to come out. This beautiful E46 factory clamps would have to be coming off, but I'm not going to be doing that right now. That's probably another video if it's not functioning 100%. This down here is not a coolant temperature sensor. This is just measures your water coming out of the radiator back to the engine. However, here are my parts. It comes with a thermostat, the seals, crush washer, and antifreeze. So now I'm just gonna drain a coolant, and I'm gonna show you the steps the way I do it. So first thing you want to do is you want to remove this portion of the air intake, then this bad boy, and by removing this you get it up like that, and then you take it off. 3 clips are off. This thing pulls off. Put it to the side. This little guy comes off as well, and then we're gonna get this thing removed. So tiny screw helped with this. Now this comes off. There is another clip right here, so just be careful. It comes out halfway, and then you just pull it out. With that plastic pin pulled out, you should be able to remove this all the way out. Set it to the side, and now you have access to the lower hose. So next step is I'm going to disconnect this sensor, and I'm going to drain coolant by removing the hose right here. And on your E46 M3 you might have a plastic shield that's underneath the bumper. I took mine off because it was sticking out. It's bad. I didn't like the way it looked. Plastic cools better like this. But I have a bucket down here, so now when I disconnect this hose, the coolant should drain in there. Actually, the easiest way before I make a whole lot of mess, I'm just gonna pull out this sensor and then let that thing drain it. Oh, looks like it's not draining. Let me open this cap. See if it releases pressure. Oh yeah. So by opening this, you release pressure, coolant comes out. Safer control than just pulling the hose off. Alright, I like it. It's a clean coolant. Feel bad taking it out, but whatever. Lower hose is off right here. So next thing is I pull this one up. Next thing is to pull this one off, and I gotta remove this. Once I remove this, I'll show you the next step. I got it off. These seals are good, so now I'm just gonna pull it right through here, and I'm gonna pop it up here. So next step is getting a thermostat housing out, and that one is easy accessible. All you have to do is pop 3 screws, 3 10mm, and it'll pop this way. So I'm gonna show you that exactly. Alright, 3 screws are off, so literally all you have to do is pull it out because there's a O-ring in here. So you just gotta come off the housing, just like that. And all you have to do is fish it from down there through the opening, and you don't have to take off the fan shroud or the fan itself. So the camera is in the way, so I'm just gonna have to kind of move it off onto the side. Camera has fallen off, but you can see how much space you actually have. Put my hand down here. to pull the hose through, so you don't have to touch the fan shroud or the fan itself, so that can stay there. And here's our thermostat. Literally just pops like that. And also there are 2 O-rings that you have to replace, otherwise it will have leakage in the future. So pretty simple. And let me show you the housing. Here it is, and this is how this thing sits in it, like that. And here's my replacement. So this is the easiest thing you could actually do to a car. So very simple, very easy. All you have to do is just change the O-rings and put it back the same way. You don't have to take anything off. All right, as you can see, this bad boy is 0614. I believe that's when I actually changed this thermostat, and this one is 0321 production date. So next thing what I want to do is I want to clean the housing, and also on top of the water pump where the O-ring is going to sit. So once I clean that up, we're going to assemble the bad boy in here and shove it in through this hole, and hopefully I can show you how I put it in. Alright, cleaned it as best as I can. Now this bad boy sits like this. Doesn't matter which way you turn these lines, but it'll fit in like that. It's a nice flat fit. Now let me show you how you fish it in there. Also got the new O-rings there. So now let's see how this is gonna work with the camera being here. So first order of business is you get it like this. It's gonna have to spin. I'm gonna go like that. There she is. And now I'm gonna spin it one more time, facing the right way, and voila, that's all she needs. I'm just trying to hold the thermostat down there, but she's in a hole. Put this bad boy through the hole as well. And still want to make sure she's in a good position. All right, perfect. Now I'm just gonna see if this lines up. I don't want to mess up my O-ring. Come this way. Okay, we're on. I just want to make sure again that my O-ring is in place. Yes, she is. And we're just gonna slide her in. I should have put a little bit of lube on that thing. By lube I mean coolant, just to make the seal wet. So pick that guy up, damp it. Yep, O-ring still there, it's still in here. And there she is. Bolts line up, everything lines up. Now I just gotta connect the hoses, and that's pretty simple. All we have to do is put them in here, but mine just gotta pull this one up and should slide in, and same thing with that one. I got my coolant mixed, did it with distilled water. That's how you're supposed to do it. Don't use any tap water, make sure it's distilled water. You don't want to have rust inside your engine. Everything is put back together, so now I'm just gonna fill it up and we're done. Pretty much simplest job ever. So let me fill it up and we'll start up. You can hear it running. we for sure need more. So I'm gonna fill it up the rest way and I got her up to the temperature, no overheating, it stayed in the middle, there's no leaks in the front. I call that a success. That was the easiest thing you can do. It's literally 3 screws up here where the thermostat housing is, 1 clamp down there, 2 clamps here, and also you got to remove that sensor. But pretty much the whole thing can come out and you can fish her out through here, but instead of taking off a fan shroud or fan. And also the whole thing took less than actually about, I would say, 4 liters, because I didn't drain the rest of the block, so I just did the bare minimum. My coolant was fine when I drained it, so that's why I didn't feel like I need to drain the whole thing, and that's another video. But so far I bought the whole gallon. I still have a gallon left, and yeah, I call that a success. And like I always say, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.